Hey guys, thanks for joining us again for another edition of What's New at GP Knives. This week, Kitch and I are going to take a look at a really nice spread of knives. There's got to be something in there for everyone, so let's check it out. Up first this week, Kitch, we have a very special project that we get to tell you guys about. It's our GP Knives exclusive Manix 2 from Spyderco, and they turned out awesome.
Yeah, so it's really awesome. So it's clearly Stormtrooper inspired. Really cool, man. So we got Rex 45 in this thing, very similar to Hap 40. Spyderco did a Rex 45 sprint run. They were orange handles. Oh, yeah. Sold like crazy. Everybody wanted them. They were going for crazy on the secondary market. Really cool that we get to bring Rex 45 to our exclusives. A little bit more accessible. People can get a hold of them. Can really use this steel, which is really awesome. Super tough, easy to sharpen, holds a pretty good edge. Yeah. It's really cool stuff. We coated it on this model, so corrosion resistance isn't going to be a problem. It is a carbon steel. And then everything else is classic Manix. One big update that we get is its Torx construction. Yep. So it's not pinned together like they used to be. A little bit more easy to take apart and clean if you had to. And then, you know, it's ambidextrous. Yeah. You can use it righty, lefty.
Love that about that model. Yeah. Manix 2, just one of my favorites of all time, and these turned out great, guys. You're going to love them. Up next, Kitch, we have the Mayhem from Cold Steel Knives, and to put it lightly, it's large.
Yeah, I think that's probably what I would call it, large. So it's obviously a big knife. Cold Steel's done huge knives like this before, and they put a pocket clip on them. So you can carry it in your pocket if you want. This much of it's going to stick out, and it's going to print. They're going to know you got something in your pocket for sure.
That'd be a pocket sword?
Yeah.
Kitch?
That is probably, I mean, you can two-hand it. Is that the definition of a sword? Yeah. I don't know.
It's amazing that's a folder.
It's insane that it's a folder, but you know, like they've done like the Espada and stuff. They were always like mid-back locks. Yeah. You could close them one-handed, but it was always kind of sketchy. You'd kind of drop them down, the choil would hit here. This guy is Atlas locked, so you can just drop it. You can flip it out too, you know?
So it's fidgety.
It's got some fidget factor to it. I don't know if it's like one that you'd like want to pull out while you're like waiting at the DMV and like, you know, like, hey guys, what's up? This is my fidget toy. It's kind of a guillotine.
Let me bring out the Manix 2 here just to compare. So we have the Manix 2 open and the Mayhem closed, and that's about the same size there as it's open and closed. So this folder isn't for everyone, but it's for someone.
It's for cameraman Shane.
He loves it.
He wants to buy it for sure.
Yeah. So another behemoth from Cold Steel Knives.
Chop, chop.
Up next, Kitch, we have some new knives from Civivi this week. This first we're going to take a look at is the Orpheus. It's a limited edition, and man, they're cool.
Yeah, they are really neat. Obviously, we kind of kills it with the limited edition stuff. They're always super high quality, super smooth. You know, like finger choil, got a little thumb scoop up here, got this big clip point blade, nice swedge, super pointy. The ergonomics on this one, really good. It looks kind of weird, but it fits in the hand. It kind of melts back here into your palm. It's nice. I was impressed with how slim they are. Yeah. And they all have these awesome fat carbon inlays in them. It's like Nebula. We've got some jungle green. They look phenomenal with the pivot rings. I mean, they just knocked this one out of the park. Really cool. And I feel like something that's kind of fallen off, you know, they're integrals. They're integral. Yeah, that's pretty cool. That a lot now.
Right.
It was really popular like 5-6 years ago, and people were really amazed. And then people kind of stopped doing them. So it's kind of cool to see that come back.
Yeah, and that's obviously something that, you know, you don't see a lot on a lot of knives. So when you do see it, you're like, wow, that construction's amazing. It's really well done. So those are super cool. Next from their sister brand, basically Civivi, we've got some new versions of knives you guys will recognize. So we've got button lock Elementum 2, we've got mini Praxis, and those are finally available in Ultem. And I know you guys are all over the Ultem right now. And they kind of did their Ultem in two different ways, because you've got like two different looks to them.
Yeah, so you got a polished one, and it's textured too. It's like micro textured.
Oh, wow.
So it's got a little bit of grip to it, but you can still see through it, and it's still shiny. And then obviously the radius of it is super polished and smooth.
Sure.
Really neat looking. I kind of like that look. I like the blasted that they did on the button lock Elementum better.
That's neat.
I think that it's
got more a subdued look.
Yeah, it's got a real cool, like kind of like amber color to it, and you can kind of see through it. Like if you hold it up, it's translucent. Obviously, you can see the lights on the liners, but also just button lock Elementum.
Pretty cool. I mean, it's definitely neat to finally, if you haven't got your hands on Ultem and you've seen it out there on really expensive knives, it's nice to see them on a more budget-friendly line. Yep. So I think that's going to be one of the huge draws to that, and I love that texturing on there too. That's pretty cool. Very cool. So another very popular model from Civivi is the Baby Banter. Yeah. And we got a couple new versions of those, and not only not only are they new handle materials, but a whole new blade shape, Kitch.
Yeah, they put this really awesome Wharncliffe blade on here. So I really like this. Most Wharncliffes, they kind of just run straight with the handle. This one, they kind of tilted it up a little bit. And that really lends itself to utility use. You can really get that tip down there without your knuckles hitting whatever you're cutting. If you want to cap it, it works even better. Yeah. And then if you have to do just like a regular, like, I mean, you know, maybe food prep or something, it can kind of chop the cutting board without your hands hitting it.
Do you ever think that, you know, for the folks out there thinking, oh, baby Banter, that's too small for me. Like, what would I do for that? You know, but it actually fits in the hand really well.
Yeah. That choil, I mean, Ben absolutely killed the design. You can get up there in that choil. It's really, honestly, like one of the better, like little, like EDC work knives I've seen, especially now that it's a Wharncliffe. Wharncliffes are super easy to sharpen. You're cutting a lot of tape, cutting a lot of boxes. Baby Banter is really kind of the knife purpose-made for you.
It's got really nice Nitro V steel on there, good stainless, easy to sharpen. And now we've got these new, you know, new micartas. We got purple micarta. We've got this burlap micarta. Just really nice, great looking overall knife.
Contoured, fit the hand good. Yeah. Awesome little knife. I really kind of want one.
Love the Wharnies. Looking forward to these. And finally this week, guys, we've got some new models from Jack Wolf Knives. They're pretty cool. It's called the Vampire Jack. It's kind of got a traditional shape to it, doesn't it, Kitch?
Yeah, it's got that real cool coffin handle, hence the name Vampire Jack. This one, you know, they do fat carbon. They do a bunch of stuff. We got solid tie ones. We have a DLC tie one on the table. Really cool. Anybody who's kind of an old school slip joint guy and missed whenever GEC made their knives almost impossible to open, this is the guy for you. Yeah. They're not, you know, super hard. They definitely have probably like a 9 out of 10 pull.
On a pull.
Yeah. Guys like that a lot. It's definitely not going to accidentally slip closed.
That's cool.
It's really cool. You got a spear point. Of course, as always with Jack Wolf, get the real thin hollow ground S90 blade. Yeah. Really nice, just kind of like cool thing. You know, we get one of these a month. Really neat. I think that this one's pretty cool. I think that it's probably one of the more different ones that they've done so far. Yeah, I love the quality on these. And you might be looking at this coffin-shaped handle going, you know, is that comfortable? But it actually fits in your hand really well. I mean, there's a reason it's been around a long time. Yep. Yeah, so I love that about that. You get full tie construction on these. Worth every penny. Definitely. Yeah, Jack Wolf's really cool like that. I can't wait to see what they come out with next. All right, guys, so we looked at a bunch of knives today. Everything from gigantic and ridiculous to small to kind of the coolest Manix in the galaxy over here. So obviously this one's the most near and dear to our hearts. So make sure you guys check the links down in the description. You guys can sign up for this. It's going to be live for sign-ups so that you don't miss it. This is your only crack at a black one. We have a satin one coming up, but if you want the Stormtrooper, this is the one for you. So catch you guys next week. Thanks for watching.